Hello, my name is Trevor Sharp. I love running. Running has been a big part of my life, and I try to get myself more fully into it. I try to get other people into running. It's what I've spent a lot of my time doing. I also love running stores. Throughout my life, I've been affiliated with or worked with 3 different running stores. And as I've been a runner, as I've worked in running stores, I thought, I want to come up with a way to help people get into running, but also to help running stores be more successful. I feel like I've come up with something, but before I get into it, let's talk about some of the issues that come up in running stores. Here's the biggest. Competition is real. I remember working in a running store. A person came in, I sat down, helped him out, and then after they had found their perfect shoe, they said, oh, I'm going to get that on Amazon because I can get it for less expensive. That hurt. That hurt a lot. I'd just gone through a lot of time. I knew the owner of the store. I knew they really could have used that sale. It would have been beneficial to them. But they walked out the door to get it online. Competition is real. Amazon, Zappos, Running Warehouse. So how, as running stores, do we try to set ourselves apart? Well, we try to do a couple things. One, customer service. I would joke only somewhat jokingly that my job at a running store was just tying people's shoes. That's really what I spent most of my time doing, getting them fit and those type of things. Obviously, we who work at running stores do a lot more than that, but it is a lot of what we do. People come in and they just know they're going to get really good service there. That's one way we try to set ourselves apart from going and getting something online. The other thing that we do is the running experience. People come in because they know that we're runners. They want to be part of the running community. Oftentimes that running community is built around a running store. Here's a picture in Ogden, Utah of a store that I taught some workshops at that I'll be talking to you about in a minute. This is a group run that they're going out on. So we're trying to add this value to get people to come into our stores. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes not. I'm saying it's time to take things to the next level. What does that look like? It's Run 101. Now, Run 101 is a series of workshops that I have created, and I want to provide to you to help you really add value and set yourself apart as a running store and a place that runners want to come, especially those wanting to get into running. These 4 workshops can either be taught in one day or a series. The way I've usually have taught it is over the course of 4 weeks or a month, maybe one night out of the week. Here's the 4 topics or principles that we go over. Dream and design your plan, fix your form, nutrition know-how, stretch, strength, and roll. It's interesting. People, you look at running and you think, running's fairly easy to get into. People have a hard time getting into it. They struggle mentally. Dream and design your plan helps people mentally get into running. Understand it's going to be hard, but also come up with a training plan that will help them be consistent. Fixing your form. People get out there and they think, well, of course I know how to run. I've been running since I was a kid. Well, not necessarily. A lot of people are getting injured because they're running incorrectly. It could be a lot smoother, efficient if they were running more correctly. We go over some of those principles of proper form. Nutrition, trying to fuel the machine. Yeah, great. Let's make sure we're putting the right things in us to fuel the run, to make sure that we're feeling good. And a lot of people are trying to run because of physique. They want to be healthy. They want to have that look they're looking for. Nutrition plays a big part in that. What comes in, is going to play a big part in what they look like and how they feel. We talked through some of those nutritional principles, not going too deep, but just enough that they're able to know which direction they're supposed to head. A lot of people who are doing all these other things still kind of get into problems sometimes if they're not stretching, strengthening, and rolling out. We'll talk through that during the 4th workshop. I know that this workshop series can greatly benefit your running store, and I want to show you exactly what you would get if you decided to use these materials in your store. So here's what I've come up with. I try to make this as easy as possible for people to make it real scalable. Maybe you're already teaching a running workshop class in your store. Maybe you've been thinking you wanted to. Either way, this is just some great information, tools, resources that I'll give you everything that I have, but also in a format that if you want to go in and make adjustments, if you have a graphic designer to co-brand things, whatever that looks like, these will just be materials that can kind of build onto the repertoire of things that you may already have. First thing is scripts. People are going to be coming in and wanting to teach these classes. You may have employees that you're wanting to teach the classes that may or may not know a whole lot about running. I've tried to make this as simple as possible. I've written out almost a word for word script that even someone that knows nothing about running, obviously you'd want to find a runner to help teach the classes, but if they knew nothing about running, they could still go through, read these scripts or memorize the scripts, kind of the principles there. They could teach these classes really, really easy. Along with the script and teaching, one of the things I've found really to be successful is a workbook to go along with it. Now there's a workbook and a PowerPoint. The workbook I had professionally made by a graphic designer. People absolutely love it. It's something they can take with them from the workshop. They can write in the margins. They can remember the materials and the principles that were taught so they can more easily implement them. It has been fantastic. Have received a lot of feedback positively about the workbook. There's obviously the Run 101 logo that I've come up with. Personally, I feel it's kind of snazzy. It looks appealing. There's the shirts and a lot of other things are branded with the Run 101 logo, which again it could be used by you in whatever way you would like to. But also you could co-brand, meaning you could put your logo on there. You can see Peak Performance, the running store, is a store that I've taught at. Some of these materials you'll see branded with theirs. You'll receive one that is not branded with anything else other than Run 101, but again in a format that you could add your logo or other materials if you would like to. Punch cards. This has been huge. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but this is a way that you can get more people to buy things in your store, to experience the products that you have, do it at a deal, get other vendors involved. Excellent resource here. Again, professionally made by a graphic designer. There's a marketing brochure. This is going to be in a Word document. This is where you can give this out. You can have this at other stores. I've put it in the Gold's Gyms and the Vassas around here. You could have it up in your store, or you could have them out in your store, a place that people can see, okay, what are these? You can share it with a friend. How do they sign up? All that can be found in a brochure. All the work has been done for you. You just need to tweak it to make sure it has your own information in it, print it, you're good to go. Email templates. You want to engage the people who are coming to your workshops. And so I've come up with email templates. So after they sign up, what are you going to send to them? Instead of sitting there at the keyboard thinking, oh no, what am I going to send? Got something already made for you. Just add their name to it, add your name at the bottom, send it out. After the first workshop, second, third, fourth, get them engaged, remind them of the important principles, make them really feel loyal to you, your company, in the store, and they're going to want to keep coming back. People love it. Process checklist. This is something I came up with a little bit later on, but I realized even though I'd been teaching them time and time again, as the next workshop series was coming up, I had to keep reminding myself, okay, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do now to be ready? And so I came up with this process checklist starting 6 weeks before the first workshop and saying, okay, here's what you need to do. Make sure you have enough shirts printed. Make sure that you have workbooks. Make sure that you have marketed appropriately. Where are you going to market? How are you going to market? What does that look like? It's all in the process checklist. Fantastic. Makes it really easy, routine. Again, anybody can do it. T-shirt design. You can see that here. Just a real clean, sleek looking shirt. You can print them and use them however you'd like to. People love this free swag. How I've used them mostly is with each workshop, there are challenges that are given, and if somebody completes those challenges, it's kind of an incentive for them to complete, but then they are taking this shirt and kind of marketing for us as they walk around in it. People have loved having that as well. Here's what participants are saying about the workshops. Feel free to kind of read through and see it for yourself, but people are running faster. So even those who have been running for a while are able to run more efficiently and be quicker, faster, and therefore feel like they're achieving more. They've loved that. New runners who are maybe a little bit nervous about starting, needing a group to start running with, this has been fantastic for them. We haven't done anything necessarily beyond the classes themselves as far as coaching or group runs. That's something that you could kind of implement into your own. But the feedback has been fantastic. We've gotten nothing but 5-star reviews from those who have come and participated, which is great. Return on investment. So again, providing these materials to you, and I think it is well worth it. If you just charged $40 per participant to come, you'd only need 20 people to sign up total. Not 20 people to sign up in just one workshop, but 20 people total signed up, and it would pay for itself with gross profits. There's going to be increased sales on top of that as people are in your store seeing the products. There's the punch cards that have generated more sales for the stores that I've taught this at. And the way those punch cards work is each night we're teaching a topic, and we'll spotlight some things in the store that pertain to that topic, and they can get a deal on it. And if they buy all 4 items, meaning over the 4 weeks, if they buy an item each time, then they're put into a drawing, generally for a free pair of shoes. I've partnered with shoe vendors. They've loved it as well, being able to come in and kind of explain what their shoes are. Provided a free pair of shoes for us that we're able to kind of raffle off there at the end. Exposure, people are coming into your store. They have a mouth. They're able to share, what their experience with their friends. Kind of sometimes that barrier just getting through the door. They're exposed to it. They can meet you. They can meet your employees. All fantastic. And then I have a couple of residual income ideas. If you're interested in some of those, there are things that I haven't implemented yet, but would be free or willing to share with you if you are looking at some residual income ideas from this. So it's not about the dollar, it's all about the change. If you were to go out and build something like this on your own, it literally would cost you thousands of dollars. Put into the work for these workshop series and the materials, over $1,000 of graphic work design alone has gone into this, and so that's going to be all yours as part of this. But there was a ton of effort that went in from not just me, but a lot of the people that I know who are also avid runners, as far as the content goes and organizing the content. What order should it go in? What's comprehensive enough? What's too comprehensive? What's too much for people to handle? All this has been taken into consideration, and then all these materials were put together. So it's a lot of work that's gone into it. I really like how it turned out. A lot of people have liked it, and I think you could really benefit from it. And it's been tested. We've gone out, we've tried it, people like it, and so you're not having to go through that process either. If you were to go out and try to buy this or build this on your own, we're looking at $999. That's what we're going to be charging for this. However, for a limited time, if you go to the link provided and use the promo code RUN101WIN, you can get it for $779. So just a steal of a deal. Go use that promo code. That's going to end though at the end of June. So go on there and get these materials before the end of June, and you can get a great deal on it. I just want to end by saying, or talking a little bit about why I even started Run 101. And I kind of alluded to this at the beginning, but running has been something that I've been passionate about. It's really blessed my life, and I've really just wanted to give back to other people who may be struggling a little bit in their life. So I wanted to help people get started with running, get started on the right foot, and so they're going to continue to do it. I wanted to help local running stores. The idea of online sales doesn't really appeal to me all that much, but supporting local, somebody who's trying to provide some money for their family and a living, that's something I can get behind. And I really wanted to help local running stores, and that's one of the reasons why I made these workshops. I really am passionate about charitable giving. The money that's coming in that I receive from either teaching these workshops or selling these workshops to other people, it's not at all about just becoming rich. A lot of it I want to give away. At least half of what I get I want to give away to other people, whether that's high schools providing running shoes for kids that may not have them, other charitable giving that I'm interested in. Only a small portion of it would go to improve my own life, my family's life, but we do want to do some activities together, and a small portion would go to that as well. I want to get involved in the community, to get to know people around here a little bit more. This is a way to give back a little bit, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity. So go ahead, click the link. If you have any questions, let me know. You can either send me a private message. Email is run101workshops@gmail.com. You can send me an email there, but I'd be happy to work with you, and I hope you enjoyed the products. Thank you.